about you and me. What's wrong? What do you want about me? Can you leave me alone, Prisca Sagati? Leave me alone, please, Prisca Sagati. Even you are saying my kids are going to get food from my mama, and your kids are there. Yes, can you block Prisca? Don't bring some nonsense on my channel. I can talk about you. Even if you left your husband, you get now a new husband. What's the problem about me? Me, I'm a widow, Prisca. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Prisca Sagati, please.
Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending with your time zone. And of course, the time that you will watch this video. How is everyone? How am I? Of course, I'm good. And I thank God for this beautiful moment. To you that is new here, welcome. Thank you so much for considering to subscribe to Mary TV and becoming part of my family. My returning subscribers, of course, you are the best. What would I do without you? Your love is too much. Don't forget to always drop your comments. It is very, very important to me, including your correction. When I did the last video, someone asked me, how do we make babies in Africa? Of course, you know how babies are made. When I said touchy-touchy, I meant we don't openly show affection in public, like holding hands, kissing and anything else that you guys from the West do in public. Away from that, let me also acknowledge those that have joined my membership, my moderators, and everyone that supports this channel in one way or the other. Guys, today is on a Sunday, by the way. It is 11 a.m. as I shoot this video. Today I didn't go to church. I have 2 people that are sick in the house. My son and house help are under the weather. So from last week on Thursday, I have been in and out of hospital. Guys, it has been so crazy. But I thank God that at least they are picking up and everything is looking good. I hope by thereabout on Wednesday, they'll be very, very much okay. Okay, so guys, I want to show you something else that I have here. So this is porridge, uji. This is uji. I rarely take uji, but today I'm taking uji because I prepared for my members in the house porridge. You know, when someone is sick, mostly we give them porridge, we give them some soup so that they can feel better. Of course, you know, Kenya has a lot of malaria, and malaria has finally gotten into my house, guys. It's long since someone around me had malaria, and you know the way malaria can be lethal. But I thank God for everything. Okay, there are some of you that ask me why I rarely do content over the weekend, and the reason is because I use what we call portable Wi-Fi. Let me show you. This is what I use to create my content. So you can see it is portable. Okay, and it has a limited package. Like, for example, I pay 3,000 Kenyan shillings and I get 140 GB. And you know, of course, that is not enough because I do content back to back. And that is why most of the times during weekend, I just decide, let me not create content so that I can save for the coming week. Because the 3K cannot go beyond 2 weeks. In fact, sometimes I can use a 3K for almost 1.5 weeks. At most 1.5 weeks. You can imagine how expensive it is. But I hope with time, my region will be able to get the cable Wi-Fi. That one is affordable. Because I know in places like Nairobi and those other big places, you can pay up to 1,500 per month. And you can have the Wi-Fi throughout the month. So you'll understand. But today I decided, let me just do this because I'm around and I haven't gone to church. So where should I begin from? I think I should begin from Max 1 and then I come to Passy. We all know the issue between Max 1 and David Jr. And there's no amount of, justification that Max 1 can bring out in the public to try and defend himself. He has failed as a youth leader. He has failed as the personal assistant of their local MCA. Because if the roads are not well done, there's nothing else that you can tell us. Do you understand? I remember in this region where I am, there's a time the MCA was coming through. Like he was traveling, he was, going to some meeting, wherever. And then it was a rainy season. And you know the way the roads are bad. I showed you, you remember that time? I did show you. So when this guy came through, and you know they have the 4 wheels, they don't feel the mud, they don't stay in villages, they stay in towns, they stay in Nairobi and wherever. So when he was coming through the road, guess what happened to him? The youths forced him to alight from his vehicle. And he had to come down with all his bodyguards. They were forced to walk. Do you understand? To walk through the mud so that they would feel the pinch of what people experience on the ground. Do you understand? And therefore, this guy Maxwan should in fact stop, bringing all these noises here on the YouTube streets. He's a government official because, of course, I know they get a lot of money, and especially when you're very close to these politicians, you get a lot of money. They give you money here and there. They ensure that, you are the person on the ground to ensure that the next time when we have elections, people vote for them. So he should just let David Jr. be. Why would he even go and grade, the road towards Grandma's home? We all know at the moment Grandma's home is a hotspot. Yeah, in terms of if you go there and do content, of course people are going to watch. Do you understand? It is all about jealous. It is all about, being envious. People want to show the others that they have the muscles and they can do anything that they want without, anyone questioning them. We understand all these matters to do with politics, and especially as a Kenyan, I know how it works. But at the end of the day, what we want good infrastructure. So if you can't deliver as the government, and there are people that are willing to do it, why can't you let them be? On the other news, guys, our lady, Passy, herself, the young widow of Nyabohanse, came out in a live stream. In fact, I watched that live stream from the start up to the end. Okay, because I was at home, yeah. This lady came out and she was like, hey, there's someone that wants to attack her. In fact, her title was, Her Life is in Danger. Of course, the spelling was not good, but we understand her. Okay, she's actually trying. Do you understand? Her life is in danger. Why is her life in danger? Allegedly, Prisca Sagati called her and threatened her. Guys, I don't know whether you've listened to Passy. If you listen to her, the reason why her life is in danger, it is not just because Prisca Sagati made that telephone call. It is because, according to her, her life is in danger. Okay, she said after doing the video calling out on Marwa, to stop talking about her children, Prisca Sagati called her. And Prisca Sagati was like, oh, why are you talking bad about the boss? Why can't you find something else to do, and etc. Remember, people here on the streets, they'll always come and tell you what they want you to hear. And they'll show you what they want you to see. Do you understand? So guys, sometimes you need to be very, very careful. Do you understand? And especially with matters around Nyabohanse. People need to be very, very careful. You should not go there with your full legs, like you put all your 2 legs there. Sometimes you'll be shocked. Hey, you'll make a discovery that will shock you to your roots. Do you understand? Okay, so this lady Passy, they had a conversation with Prisca Sagati. There were messages that were exchanged. Out of all that, Passy decided to settle on one thing. She chose one type of message that she wanted to share with her people. Guess what? Her own subscribers were equally confused. And they were asking her, what are you saying? What exactly did Prisca Sagati do to you? And she couldn't explain herself. People called out on her, asked her to bring the recordings or the messages that were sent to her. She never did that. But remember, this is Passy. So don't be shocked if Passy comes out with any message in the near future. Any conversation between her and Prisca Sagati. Don't be shocked if Passy brings out some recording, because she has done that in the past. My message is very simple. When I listen to this lady, she is using Prisca Sagati's name because Prisca Sagati now is a force to reckon in Nyabohanse. We all know, as we speak at the moment, Prisca Sagati is very close to Marwa. By the time Marwa trusts you and hands a project to you, guys, it's not that easy. It's not. You must be a person that Marwa has, looked at. Do you understand? Marwa has scrutinized. This is a person that Marwa has been observing before he decided to do whatever he has done to Prisca Sagati. What am I talking about? As we speak, Prisca Sagati is the one that is in charge of Grandma's, all the renovations that are around Grandma's home. Do you understand? And this is something that she was assigned by Marwa himself. Therefore, Passy sat down and looked at her house. Hey, my guys. Passy looked around her house. This is a shell of a house. The house is incomplete. What am I going to do to gain sympathy? That is number one. Again, she asked herself, what am I going to do to get money from my subscribers? She sat down, and the only person that she could come and mention is Prisca Sagati. Did you guys listen to her very well? Passy said, Prisca Sagati, I know as of now I'm not of your class. Guys, listen to those words. I'm not of your class. I now know you are in your own league. I cannot get to where you are. My people, if you have this, what is Passy doing to her subscribers? She is playing with their psychology. She wants them to sympathize with her. That is how it works in Nyabohanse. Guys, if you've been following Nyabohanse and their shenanigans, you know how people do it. People play with their subscribers' psychology. Why would someone sit down and they're like, I know I'm not of your class. If you know you're not of my class, number one, you shouldn't even be talking about me. You should just fear me. Do you understand? I know I'm not of your class. I've never been to your house. Oh, it is only Maro that knows where your house is. And I'm like, Passy, what exactly do you want from all this conversation? What exactly do you want? And my people, sometimes we need to use our own intelligence. This lady did that with an intention of people donating to her. If you are in that live stream, I don't know whether you were there, but I tell you I was there. People started changing the conversation. I saw a lot of messages. People were asking Passy, what can we do? How can we help you so that you can complete the house? Guys, what is that? I had someone, I read a message where one of the subscribers was like, tomorrow, we are going to begin, working on your kitchen. Just go and quote the price and let us know. It is all about emotional blackmail. Prisca, I am not of your class. Leave me alone. I am a widow. We all know you are a widow. How many times have you said this? And of course, I'm sorry. You are a widow. And at your age, very young. We all know that. Why would she come out and say, why are you fighting me? And I don't have a man to protect me. When you, Prisca Sagati, you have a man. Did Prisca Sagati stop you from getting a man, Passy? We don't know. You may be having a man. Unless maybe someone from Nyabohanse comes and tells us. We don't know. But my people, there are two things that lady kept on insisting throughout the live stream. She's not of the class of Prisca Sagati. Number two, Prisca Sagati has a man. And she doesn't have a man. And it is a woman coming out to shame another woman. Oh, you left your husband. My people, if I'm married and I'm staying with an abuser, why would you want me to stay there forever? You want me to come home in a coffin? When it has reached a point where it is a point of no return. Guys, you just have to walk out of such a marriage. If you are in a marriage with a person that is not industrious, they're just there like mumus. Guys, I don't know whether you have ever seen such men. A man that cannot even ask himself, how are we going to pay rent? How are we going to pay school fees for children? A man that is just like there, like a mumu. You are the one that is doing everything as a woman. Guys, who will stay in such a marriage? I would rather stay single. And that one I say with my full chest. Whoever is watching me, because I know there are some other people that watch me, I don't care. But I would rather stay single than stay with a man who is a mumu. A man that cannot lift a finger and do something to bring income, in the family. You all remember the story of Prisca Sagati. You saw where she came from. You saw where she used to live. She did not have a toilet. And I've seen most of the naysayers coming to abuse her. I read in one of the naysayers channel, someone was saying that, this Prisca Sagati has forgotten the other day she was shitting in the bush. And she's now here, sitting and, coming out to talk bad about Passy. And I'm like, if God blesses me, what is wrong with that? If God blesses me, I'll come out and show you, whether you like it or not. Hey, there's nothing that you'll do about it. These are the people that will always come back to your life to remind you of your past, when you already left your past in the past. Someone like Prisca Sagati has moved on. Let this lady enjoy her life, whether she has a man or not. The other day, Coco Mama was on her neck, saying she's dating Africa Jeremy, and they're pretending. And I think it is the same thing that Passy was talking about. Oh, you have a man. Why are you attacking me? Prisca has a man. Yes, Passy, according to you. Why can't you get a man for yourself? You're still young and you're beautiful. Why can't you get a man? If that is what you need, if that is what you want, get a man. I think there's so many men in Nyabohanse that could be interested in you. Why can't you bag one and take home and allow him to help you finish your house? Guys, don't think Passy is a fool, as most people always think. You remember what she did back then? You remember? Do you want me to take you back there? Hey, that lady is not foolish as people look at her. She's very calculative. Very, very calculative. And that is why she decided to use the name of Prisca Sagati. And once people heard of Prisca Sagati, people ran. Because people wanted to come to listen to the live stream. What has happened to Prisca Sagati? What is it with Prisca Sagati? Allegedly, Prisca Sagati's messages and call were meant to tell Passy to stop doing these negative shenanigans. She can do something like cooking so that she can get money out of it. Guys, cooking is gaining a lot of popularity, and especially in Nyabohanse. Don't you see Miss Flay? Her videos are doing good. She has all the time, In fact, guys, cooking is, cooking videos are the best. It is only that some of us don't have time. Do you understand? We are busy. Monday to Sunday, we are very busy. Otherwise, that is the best that Passy can do. She has all the free time after all. She has a home. And it is good that someone was looking out for her and advised her. Instead of you coming out every day to do a live stream that has only 2 people. Or you're not making good money from the views. Why can't you do something like this? If she did not want the advice, should have just let it slide. Do you understand? And that is why when I begin my video, I always say, I want those corrections. Because it is in those corrections and suggestions that I grow as a content creator. Otherwise, if I always come here and sit and talk, and you're clapping my hand, your hands for me, and you don't tell me, Mary, this is how I look at this. Guys, I want to grow as a content creator. And I'm so happy because most of you reach out to me, not just, in the comment section. Some people call me and we have a lot of conversation around most of the stuff that I do. Do you understand? And that is what Passy does not want. What Passy wants at the moment is for her house to be complete. Guys, if you are seeing what I'm saying, Passy is competing with Prisca Sagati. It is only that she does not want to admit. I'm telling you that for free. It is only that she does not want to admit. She's looking up at Prisca Sagati as a role model. But she does not want to admit. Guys, if Prisca Sagati is not a good person, do you think Maro would entrust, her with such responsibility as of now? Do you understand? Hey, my people. This lady kept on insisting, I know I'm not of your class. Why are you kebehi me? To kebehi, I got to understand is, why are you being sarcastic? According to Passy, Prisca Sagati is using sarcasm. According to her, Prisca Sagati is ridiculing her. That was part of the message from Passy. Why are you being ridiculous? Why are you being sarcastic? That tells you that Passy herself cannot take in correction, cannot take in suggestions from people. When she looks at Prisca Sagati, she wants what Prisca Sagati has. Now, when Prisca calls her and tells her, don't do this, do that, according to her, that is being sarcastic. According to her, Prisca Sagati is not honest. It is like Prisca Sagati is laughing at Passy. Passy, can you rethink? Look at what happened to you. The naysayers have forgotten about you. In fact, nowadays when she comes out to speak, nobody takes her serious. Do you understand? Like, they're done and dusted. They don't have anything to do with her. And that is why so many times I've sat here and said, you people, instead of focusing on grandma's construction, finish the house for Passy so that at least Passy can settle. We will see all this drama. Complete the house for her. Don't just let her. You know, it's like someone leaving you in the highway, late at night, somewhere there in the middle of the night. Someone leaving you in a highway, and you don't know what to do. Do you understand? That is where Passy is. Money is no longer flying in as it used to be. My people, if there's one crazy person that I have ever encountered on YouTube, is Passy. My people, if you never used to watch Passy back then, hey, go watch her. Go watch. In a live stream, Passy would get over 50K. Not through super chats. Because of course, you know, when you super chat a content creator, they will earn at the end of the month. Of course, after the deductions and all that. But her money was being sent direct to her M-Pesa. People would send money to her every day. Every day, people would send money to her. 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 every day. And she became drunk with that. She forgot herself. Her work was just to set her camera and start talking. And people would start coming in and support her. The likes of Turbo Vanille. I don't know what happened. You guys, please help this lady complete the house. Eh? You know when someone comes out and they're like, I'm not sleeping outside. Of course you know you're not sleeping outside. Why are you competing with someone that you know you are not in the same caliber as of now? Why would you want to compete with her? The other day she came out and pretended she was apologizing to Maro and Timaro. What did I tell you guys? Don't trust Passy. Some of you told me you believe Passy has transformed. Passy or who? You just give her time. She'll jump from the other camp. You'll see her doing a video and saying she's back to Timaro. You wait. Keep on watching her. You will see. Because she's now confused. She's in a dilemma. She's somewhere in a crossroad. She doesn't know what to do. And that is why you see what is happening, or rather unfolding, right before your own eyes. And it is all about, you know, being used by the naysayers. They'll use you properly and dump you. And nobody will care about it. What people can do for this lady is just to pray for her. You know, sometimes, guys, the only thing that you can gift a person are prayers. Do you understand? Some people, you can't advise them because they feel they are way above being advised by anyone. There are some people, when you come and you want to advise them, they'll fight you back. So what else can you do? You just pray for them. That is how I look at it. Passy is confused. She's crazy. Things are not working for her. When she comes out and says Maro has not been feeding her children, you know, like the husband died 5 years ago. Yes, your husband died. But as of now, what are we seeing? Your children are always at the villa. There's a question that she asked. In that video, there were so many children. But Maro only mentioned her children. Yes. Why did Maro mention your own children? Because you're a content creator. People know you. People know your story. And therefore, he had to mention your children. Passy's children are here. Because you are known on the streets. Why would he even mention the other children and nobody knows about their parents? Eh? Of what use will it be? And that is why your children were mentioned. And she promised she is going to ensure that her children will never go to Maro's home. Keep your children at home. Feed them properly. Let them just be full. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, we all know our African setting. Children will always go to our neighbors. Do you understand? And especially in a village setup. You just find children, you know, crossing over the fence, getting to a neighbor's home very comfortably. They can stay there for the whole day. But as a parent, it is your responsibility to ensure that your children can't do that. I can't allow my children just to go to a neighbor's house and stay there for more than 20 minutes. Doing what? Like, seriously, what will they be doing there? I want to see them right where I am. And of course, the people that have always taken care of them, I always give them very strict instructions. Like now, my daughter, she's 5 years old. She'll be turning 5 years old in December. The current house help that I have, she knows very well. When my daughter comes from school, she can't go and start roaming, in the neighborhood. Why would she do that? If children want to play, let them play in an open place. Do you understand? A neutral place. Like a playground that is common, under the supervision of adults. But you can't just be, you wake up as a mother. Your child leaves. They go and walk the whole day, roam around the village, and then they come back at home at night, and you're very comfortable. The moment you decided to become a parent, those children are meant for you. You are the one who made the children, remember? You are the one that did the tingle and got the children. Therefore, you must be responsible by fire, by force. And if you are not, people will come out and tell you the way it is. And you can sit there and convince yourself and say you've been feeding your children. Nobody can, is against that. You've been doing it. But why are they always at Mara's home? Why are they always there? Do something. You are the mother. You are in charge. You have the authority. Do something. Do you understand? Don't come here and try to convince people the way, Mara, is always mentioning your children. Mara does not, like you, blah, blah. If Mara does not, support you as a neighbor, because he knows your children, he would be sending them away. Do you understand? But he knows who you are as a parent, a very responsible parent. And you are very responsible person. And that one I've said it so many times. You chose your own pleasures against your children's educational future. You put their education at stake because of your nonsense. Do you understand? I've always said that here. There is no way I'll choose myself over my children. If I do that, I'm going to miss them. Do you understand? And especially, when you are a single parent. If you just make a mistake and choose yourself over your children, hey, my people, your children will become street urchins and you'll start blaming people. Do you understand? My guys, I don't know what you think about this video. Please, let me know. Don't forget to like the video. It's free of charge. It's free of charge. There are no hidden charges. If you've never subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. Take me to 5K subscribers before the end of 2025. Guys, I depend on you. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.